What's poppin'? It's your boy Ant from Cats. I'm Tarot coming at you guys with your September 15th through the 30th mid-monthly tarot reading, alright? Let's see what's going on here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Sag. What's poppin' for you guys in your love lives? Now, we got Venus retrograding. Venus moved out of Libra recently into Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, that's going to be pretty motherfucking intense, okay? Just want to say that now. Anyway, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus September 15th through the 30th. Let's see what's going on with you and the remainder of September. Alright? Let's see. We're going to do things a little slower today, so bear with me, guys. Trying to conserve my energy for the rest of these readings I got to do. Mutual energy between you and another person. The star. Okay. You guys are meant to meet each other. See, the thing about you and this person, when you guys clicked, when you guys connected, it took you a while to understand. You were drawn to their energy. You fucked with their energy, like, immediately. Like, this person you met, you fucked with their energy immediately. What I'm seeing here, though, is that it's like maybe you didn't believe in soulmates, or maybe you didn't know soulmates existed, or maybe you kind of gave up on the idea of meeting a soulmate or someone that was, like, meant to be for you. But after you spent time with this person, you fell in love with this person quickly. And after all this time you spent with this person, you literally realize, wow, like, this is someone I've never met before. This is an energy I've never felt before. This is something I really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you're feeling, as opposed to the other person. They're feeling this too. Right? It's a magnetic connection, and you're very confused on why you feel that way. It's interesting to you because it's new, right? Now, I feel like right now, Sag, you're focusing and doing your best to focus on your happiness because you genuinely are happy. You're in a really happy space. Now, the problem is that whoever you're dealing with here, Queen of Pentacles, it feels like they're coming from a period right now where they're kind of catering to other needs and not necessarily your needs. And it feels like right now they're catering to whatever is going on in their life. They're open and receptive to you, though. That's the thing. They're still open and receptive to you. So, Sag, they'll still speak to you. They'll still reach out to you. They'll still take care of you if you ever needed them. But it feels like they need a break, and a break is implemented here because they have other things to take care of, other priorities to take care of. And it does seem unfortunate, but sometimes some priorities need to be laid up higher than a relationship. Sometimes work comes first, Sometimes goals and aspirations come first, or other important things like health and family and stuff, right? And it feels like you're coming from a space where, you were taken back by it, but it also feels like you're coming to a point of understanding. So you're focusing on remaining happy and doing you, while this other person is catering other needs. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune being present as the outcome, I'm not seeing a karmic cycle being closed up. I'm seeing the fucking wheel just spinning. I'm seeing energy moving, okay? A lot of energy moving. Something about January, too. I don't know what's happening in January. Maybe you have a birthday in January, or this person's birthday's in January. Who knows? There's something about January. I don't know about it. I don't really do time frames, just heard January. Anyways, though, with that Wheel of Fortune, though, it's an energy shift. Things are moving, so let's take a look at what's going on in their feelings in regards to you. We'll go over your feelings and where the energies are going to meet from the 15th to the 30th, all right? All right, let's see what's going on here. All right. So whoever you're dealing with here, they're very happy with you, fairly happy with you, but they tend to keep it blunt. Can be a Gemini you're connecting with, or another kind of air sign energy you're dealing with here. It seems like things have gotten very toxic as well. In your connection, in your relationship. This person didn't want to leave, but they knew that they had to look like the bad guy in order to make you better, right? And what I mean by that is, whoever you're connecting with here, Sag, they're not a terrible person, they're not a bad person, but they had to look like the bad guy because they wanted to let you go and live your life, all right? Because they knew right now, it's unfortunate, it was fated that you met each other, but it wasn't the right time to come together. And because it wasn't the right time to come together, they made themselves seem like they were terrible so that you could hate them and you could move on. And they took that energy and did that, right? Because the energies here, it did get toxic. It did get to a point where Nine of Wands, you guys weren't speaking. You guys weren't on talking terms, right? Where you wouldn't talk about your feelings. You wouldn't work out situations. You wouldn't work out connections, right? And it got to a point where the relationship was getting so toxic. There were so many fights. There was so much negative energy involved in it. And whoever you're dealing with, Six of Swords, they had to go. They had to move past. They had to go and move on, right? And because they moved on, they knew that they could be okay on their own. But in your sense, they wanted you to hate them so you can move on quicker, so you can suffer less and you can find someone. So are we calling this an act of faith or an act of, dumbness, stupidness, idioticness, foolishness? What does this act to you, Sag? Because from their point of view, they saw it as best. They saw it as best that you move on from them and you live your life and you meet someone new because they knew they could handle this. It still sucks for them. That's the thing. And this is what's so dumb. It still sucks for them, but they knew that they could handle it. And they felt as if it would be better off that they stay isolated from you while they work on their things, while they work on whatever it is, because it's shit timing here. It was really bad timing when you guys were getting together. So they feel like, you know what, at the end of the day, they want you to be happy, and they want you to live your life, and they want you to meet someone else, even if it kills them, because they know that they'll be fine at the end of the day. All right? That's what I'm seeing here. Now, in regards to your feelings towards the person you're currently dealing with, let's take a look, Sag. In regards to the feelings for the person you're currently dealing with, keep in mind, readings can go vice versa, too. So this could be you, Sag, and this could be the other person. Now, in regards to your feelings towards this other person, Seven of Pentacles, you're waiting for them. You're waiting for the return. You're waiting for them to come back. You're contemplating cutting them out. Wow, there's a lot here. All right, Sag. All right. You're on your A game right now, Nine of Pentacles. You're trying to make yourself look like you're living your best life. You're trying to make yourself look like you are better without them. Trying to draw them back in is the thing. So what you're doing here basically is you're doing like the no contact rule, right? So you're refusing to speak to them. You're cutting them out per se, right? So you're cutting this person out, you're refusing to speak to them, you're focusing on looking good, feeling good, being amazing, right? But it almost feels like it's intentional. So you may not be looking good and feeling amazing, but you're intentionally doing it so the other person can see you and then try to miss you and crave you and want to come back. Well, the truth is, you want to be committed to this person. The truth is, as you see a marriage in the future with this person, the truth is that you see a whole long life partnership with them. And the problem is that you want to give them all the love in the world. You want to give them all the love and affection in the world, and you want to take care of them, and you want to be there with them because you love this person. So right now, your best approach, you feel, is to not talk to them to get them to miss you. But little do you know, they're doing the exact opposite to make you hate them. So there's no communication on either side, and no one's understanding what's going on. That's why nothing's happening here. No energies are moving. Because Seven of Pentacles, you're waiting for them to make the move, and they're waiting for you to move on because they think that it's in your best interest. And as the Magician, you already want to be with them. You want to manifest a situation back with them because the tool that you're using right now is looking good, feeling good, and then pretending to cut them out, pretending to act like you don't care. That's the tool you're using. The Magician always uses tools. But in this case, it's not going to work because the energies are two polar opposites here, right? That's what I'm seeing. Now, from the 15th to the 30th, let's see where the energies are going to line up. September 15th to the 30th, let's see what's moving forward, if anything's moving forward, if anything's happening between you and the person you're currently dealing with, Sag, all right? September 15th to the 30th, let's see what's popping. Page of Swords. Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you something. They're going to take the bait, Sag. They're going to take the bait. If you're out there on Instagram, posting, flexing, looking great, looking fantastic, they're going to take the bait over there, and they're going to look over, and they're going to watch you, all right? That's what I'm seeing. I am seeing endings coming. Endings to old thoughts, old thinking patterns, old feelings in regards to other people. I'm still seeing that there's going to be a break being reiterated here. You guys still aren't going to come into contact because you need time to sit back, relax, and think. And I think that right now thinking isn't really being involved much. All right? Let me take another look at this card. Wow. All right. So here's what's happening here, Sag. From the 15th to the 30th, there's not a reconciliation. There's not much energy or forward movement. Okay? But now you get to understand what you're doing and you get to understand what they're doing, okay? So now you get to come to an understanding on what's going on from their side and their perspective and their point of view. Now, you both are still going to continue to keep watching over each other. Excuse me, right? But you're watching over each other and not reaching out, okay? Even if you're in communication with this person, you're not talking about your feelings, they're not talking about their feelings. So whatever it is, the main course, right? Like the course, the main meal, right? The main conversation, which is in regards to your love and your feelings and things like that. That's what's not being spoken about. So you guys are watching over each other, can be communicating, of course, but it feels more so that you're watching each other's move, but you're still not talking about what needs to be talked about, okay? Four of Swords to the Ten of Swords. You need a break, or they need a break from you, and you think it's over. So because they have this break from you, because they want you to live your best life, because they want you to do this, that, and the third, everything's just being miscommunicated right now. It's like Mercury just went in fucking retrograde, okay? At the end of the day, what I'm seeing happening here is the World to the Ace of Wands. I'm seeing new beginnings in your life. I'm seeing new beginnings with this person. But the problem is, and the issue is that there's a really small time frame. Okay? The ending to this whole connection, the ending to this whole karmic cycle is coming. And I'm not trying to say this to scare you. I'm trying to say this to warn you. If you love this person, Sag, they need to know. And Crosswatcher, if you love the Sagittarius, they need to know. Because the miscommunications are only getting worse here from what you feel to they feel. And once that World card comes all the way into play from the 15th to the 30th and it completely closes out, this Ace of Wands won't be a reconciliation. This Ace of Wands will be a new beginning for both of you. Meaning you guys are going to go in two separate, different directions, finding and meeting new people. Now, I know people in the comments are going to be like, well, I don't want this person. That's fine. Get your new beginning. But for those of you who want this, you know, it needs to be salvaged. It's the last chance, basically, to be salvaged here. And no matter what this person says, no matter who you're dealing with here, they're coming from a place of ignorance, thinking that, oh, well, you know, you're better off without them. You love them. When you love somebody, you're not better off without nobody, because you fucking love this person. That's how it is, you know? So they need to learn that you care for them and that you want to be with them and that you understand that they have issues they're going through and you're willing to wait for them to work through it or help them work through it, okay? And on your point of view, instead of flexing or looking great or trying to get them to come back with this, let's not talk and let me look good, communicate and tell them how you feel. So if you don't want the cycle to close, if you don't want the cycle to end, if you don't want endings here with new separate beginnings, then you guys have to come forward, or one of you here has to come forward. Now, if neither of you come forward, the cycle will be closed out, things will be ended, and Ace of Wands, moving on to 2 separate new beginnings. All right, we'll always have an opportunity, though. You'll always have an opportunity, no matter how much this cycle closes out. Mercury goes in retrograde probably about 3 times a year, 4 times a year, and that always tends to happen. All right, things always tend to happen, things always tend to change. But I'm just saying, if you want to take this chance, take it now. All right, Sag, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it resonates. Let me know down in the comments below if it does. Take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in your October reads. Peace.